Okay, good stuff. Okay, welcome and thanks everyone for joining us this evening. This will be our second set of player Q&A webinar. Tonight's guests are Dylan Rennie and Adam Scanlon. So thanks, guys.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks. Yeah.
No problem. Just a quick introduction before we get started. So Dylan Rennie is a current member of Guelph University's men's soccer team. Dylan has also played for our men's League One team as well for the past, is it 3 seasons or 4?
4 seasons.
4 seasons.
Yeah.
Good stuff. And Adam Scanlon is a current member of Laurentian University men's soccer team. And Adam has also been a member of our League One men's team, as well as our League One reserve and our U21 men's team as well. So thanks, Adam, for joining us.
Yep, anytime.
Okay, so Dylan, we'll get started with you first.
Sounds good.
Can you just tell, I guess, the audience when did you start playing soccer?
Oh, geez, I started playing soccer probably around when I was 5 or 6. I've played ever since. I love the game. It's so much fun to play. Gonna meet new friends. Gonna make new connections.
Good stuff. And where did you start playing soccer?
So I started playing soccer in hometown of Collingwood, Ontario. And from there, kind of found Aurora and never looked back.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. And yourself, Adam?
Yeah, same as him. I started when I was 4 or 5. First club I played for was Newmarket, and then made the short transition over to Aurora, and then that's how it's been ever since.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Can you tell the audience, if you recall a memorable moment of your playing career, and it could be whether it be your grassroots, your youth career, or even something that was maybe in the most recent time?
Yeah, so I think my most memorable moment was definitely when I went overseas for trials over in Ireland. I think that was my most memorable moment. Just gave me a lot of new connections with a lot of people, opened my eyes up to a new world of soccer, and it really just helped me love the game more.
Nice. And how long were you there for in Ireland?
I was there for 3 weeks training, and it was great experience. I loved it.
What can you tell our young players about, a Canadian player going overseas, and I'm sure there's a lot of challenges and so on. What can you tell our young players about, being in a situation or like that? Yeah,
so just never take a moment for granted if you find yourself over there. Take everything in. It's amazing, and there's a lot of nice people out there. And once you get there, don't look back. Make your shot count.
Good stuff. And Adam, yourself, do you recall any memorable moment in your career?
Yeah, again, similar with Dylan. I went to Italy when I was 15, I think, with my AYSC youth team, actually, the U15 team at the time, and we ended up coming 3rd in the tournament. We were in the knockout round, and we played 3 separate penalty shootouts. So in the quarterfinals, we played shootouts. Semifinals went shootout. We lost in semifinals, but we won the third place game in shootouts. Ironically, we played a team from Ottawa in Italy and third in the consolation final. But yeah, if you ever have the chance to go. It's such a different life over there, and especially with soccer, about how people react to it. Because especially here, not a lot of people care as much as they do over there. Everything's about soccer over there, and if you can go, I'd say definitely go.
And what would you say would be the biggest difference from the Canadian player to maybe were all the teams from Italy, or were there some
we had teams from England. We played against a team from Hungary, team from Italy, and what I saw definitely was everyone was gifted talently. So they all had good ball skills. They were all great players. We had a lot more. Again, we were 15, so a lot of them Italians. They're not really that tall at 15, but we had a lot of 6-foot 15-year-olds, and that's how we won most of our games, was headers and long balls. So it's just they're very talented over there.
Must have been a great experience for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Adam, we'll go to you first on this question. What position do you play?
I am a goalkeeper.
Nice. And when did you start playing goalkeeper?
Right away. When I was Timbit soccer, I was always in net. When I first started playing rep, I was a defender. I was a center back. But then I played goalie for a year, and then my second year trying out for Aurora. I tried out for goalie and made it, and it's been my passion ever since.
And what made you want to get into playing goalkeeper? Did you get thrown in there, or was it something that you always?
I've always been the big guy. Especially younger, I was always been bigger, so I've just gotten used to it, and I can't see myself playing any other position anymore.
And Dylan, how about yourself? What position do you play?
So I currently play left back and both left back and right winger, actually.
And were you always a left back, or were you more of an attacking player when you were younger?
I was more of an attacking player when I was younger, and it wasn't until 2-3 seasons ago till I made the switch to left back. And I love it. I love taking people one-on-one down the wing, and I love making slide tackles, crossing the ball in. I just get enjoyment of playing that position.
Good to hear. Okay. So Adam, back to you. During this time of social distancing, what have you been doing with your spare time?
Well, up to now, it's still been school focused. I handed my last essay in yesterday, so I'm officially done now, but it's just been a lot of hard work and school, and we'll get into that more, but yeah, that's all really.
And yourself, Dylan?
So me and my dad actually just recently turned our basement into kind of a home workout area. So I've really been just spending time with family, working out, going on runs, just trying to stay active.
Now, are both of you guys still doing some schoolwork, or is your classes still running, and are they online, obviously?
The rest of my classes were online, and then I just finished up probably 2 weeks ago with my last exam.
Oh. And Adam?
Yeah, I just finished the other day, and taking some summer courses just to get myself ahead a little bit, but that's about it.
And how are you guys finding the whole online?
It's different. Kind of. I'm sure Dylan and I are both used to university by now, and it's just a big switch up, but we're good.
Yeah, I usually like the idea of going to a library to study instead of down here where my siblings can get on my nerves when I'm trying to study. So it's definitely been a challenge, that's for sure.
It's good. Okay. So some players drop out playing soccer at the ages between 15 and 17. What made you guys want to continue playing soccer? Dylan?
So really what made me continue to play is just all the support I got from friends and family. Giving me the extra encouragement saying, you're a great player, you should continue playing. So I did. And one, friend who really kept me moving is, and we played a couple seasons together, was Maury Donor. He always pushed me to be a better player, still does to this day. So, all like friends and family really helped me stay like headstrong in the game.
Yeah, you guys are probably two of the best Collingwood players. Right? Two best players are from Collingwood.
Both from Collingwood, yes, sir.
And Adam?
I think just the passion that I developed for the game made me want to keep playing. And once I started going out there looking for post-secondary education and got some good feedback, it really put me into a positive mindset that I could do it and I could keep going. And yeah.
Good to hear. Okay. So as a student athlete, how do you guys balance your academics with your soccer in season? Maybe if you can just talk a little bit about what your typical season looks like, because some people think that it's only a 3 or 4 month season, but I'm sure you guys are training and playing, whether it be friendly games or even just working out, when you're not actually playing in the regular season.
Yeah, so it's kind of tough to balance both the schooling and the soccer, but we have a great program there at Guelph. It's called SAM, and it's Student Athlete Mentorship. So you get paired up yourself with a fifth year, and they try to help you balance your course load with your athlete load. So for myself, when I first got to Guelph, I was in 5 classes, and it's kind of hard when you first get there to balance. You have 2 training sessions a day plus your schoolwork. So really getting that mentorship helps you, find time between trainings to, get your studying in and get your schoolwork in. And we train all year round. So even in the winter time, we're still playing, we're still getting games in, which is good too, because it keeps your cardio up.
And Adam?
It's two train sessions, especially during season. It's 1 or 2 training sessions a day, maybe 1 or 2 days off a week, and then you have 2 games every weekend because we have similar schedules. And similar at Laurentian, you have a lot of tutors. You have a lot of upper years helping out the lower years. You have a peer mentoring group system, and I'm a mentor. I've been on both sides of that, and it works very well. Lots of help. It's a lot of work. So if you're going to go into it, you got to be prepared to work.
Yeah. Good advice. And can you guys talk a little bit about the level of competition at the OUA level? Some kids growing up, or most kids growing up, typically either want to become a professional soccer player or want to play NCAA. But I'm sure you guys can shed some light on the level of competition at the OUA.
Mm-hmm. So I'll go ahead, Adam. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, it's very similar to League One in my opinion. I think League One has a more professional mentality about it, but there are a lot of players who do play League One play in the OUA. If you look at teams like Carleton, who have a lot of players are playing the CPL right now. It's very, very competitive. Obviously, you're going to have your lower teams, but in my division, there's always competitive games no matter what. Any team can beat anyone pretty much.
And your thoughts on that, Dylan?
Yeah, I think Adam kind of nailed it there. There's a lot of players from League One. Some players even come from NCAA as well for a year to come play OUA as well. So the competition varies, but I think overall it's a great competition. People are very competitive, and like Adam said, any given day, any team can beat anybody.
Good. Adam, we'll go to you first. Who's your favorite soccer player and why?
I got a couple, but I think my favorite soccer player is Manuel Neuer, just because of his I'm German, I'm a goalie. I watch Germany play, and just his style of play, his leadership, his sweeper keeper mentality is exactly how I like to play, and that's why I love watching him, and that's why he's one of my favorite players.
And how about yourself, Dylan?
My favorite player actually is Wayne Rooney. Huge United fan when I was a kid, still am. And I just thought he was a great striker, always found a way to get on the ball, always found a way to score a goal, even like goals I can't even fathom how he did it, like the bicycle kick against City. I just love Wayne Rooney. I think he's a great player, great role model too.
Have you had the opportunity to watch him live recently now that he's joined the MLS? Or
I haven't, but I want to. Definitely going to try and make a trip down.
Yeah, he's actually back in England now.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he plays for
that's
Derby.
right. Yeah.
He's a
plays for Derby,
player manager at Derby.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So I guess that that's out of the equation.
Yeah, I guess I can't anymore.
Okay, Maury saw him live.
What's that?
Maury just put in the comments that he saw him live.
Oh.
So thanks, Maury.
Thanks for rubbing it in, Maury. Appreciate it.
So knowing what you guys know now, what would you do differently, or would you do anything differently looking back at your youth career? I'll ask you the question first, Dylan.
Yeah, I don't think I would do anything differently. I think I've been very privileged with my youth career to having gone up from, where I was in Collingwood. Not many people can venture off and, find a team in League One to play with. So at such a young age as well. So I think I've been really privileged, and I'm really appreciative of all the support and help that I've gotten through the youth.
And I'm sure that probably must have been hard, playing in a small community where there probably wasn't a lot of competition, high-level competition, and for you to stick with it and, continue to pursue your dreams says a lot about yourself, and is obviously unique, I'm sure, in that area. So,
yeah, thank you.
Kudos to you and more.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, and more. Yeah.
And Adam, yourself?
Yeah, I feel very privileged as well. My parents were always the ones driving me there and back, and I tried out for Aurora 3 years in a row, got cut 2 of them, and they kept motivating me and pushing me. Like when I played for Newmark, we would lose 11-0, 12-0. We just get ruined, and then they kept me motivated, and it got me where I am today.
And looking back at that, and and both you guys kind of experienced a little bit of that with Aurora in League One. Us having a newly franchised team with really no core of players to kind of build off of. It was, players coming from different clubs and so on. And you guys kind of played with our League One team that struggled for the first couple of years. And last year they had a little bit more success. What can you tell players being on both sides, being on a team that's maybe losing more off frequently versus a team that's winning? How do you mentally cope with those types of scenarios?
Yeah, I think it just makes you eager and hungry to get back on the pitch. Like, I know a couple games we've lost, Maury and I would be talking to each other saying, like, we got to do better. And, we'd motivate each other and push each other on the field. And, some games we did turn it around and we had great outcomes. And it's just so much better when you can make a bond with those group of guys and go out there and play and fight for each other. And when you win, it's that much better.
Yep, I totally agree with him. That's what you gotta do. You might lose, but you can still take positives from it. You can still grow from it. You can build from it. And
yeah, and that's key. Especially when you're younger, obviously everyone likes to win, but losing, you can always learn from a match that you lose. And, you grow from that and you become stronger mentally and physically. And that obviously helps in the long run for sure. Next question. What can you tell our young players out there who are aspiring to one day play at a collegiate level? Any advice you can give them, especially more so on the recruitment process and how you guys got in contact with your universities?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll go. Pretty much every university in Canada, I know, they online. You can easily find someone's email. You can find the coach's email. One of the most important things is to get yourself a good highlight video, something 2 or 3 minutes highlighting your skills, getting it to the coaches, seeing what they can do, and if they're interested, they'll invite you. Me and Dylan both, I'm sure, we talked to lots of schools, and we had lots of options of where we going to go. I was very close to going to Guelph, decided to go to Laurentian, but just you got to find a program that suits you, and you got to remind yourself that the season's done in October, especially in the OUA. Don't really know for the NCAA. The season's done October, May, so that's it. And then you have to do school, and then that's your number one goal is school until the season starts up again.
Yeah, I think that's great, Adam. The recruitment process is just take it all in too. When you're you're getting recruited, it's obviously a great time, not only for you, but maybe for your family as well. So I say, the highlight tape's a great idea, but also once you go to those combines, just take it all in. You're going to make some new friends, new connections. It's all great. And leave it all out on the pitch. I mean, that's all you can do.
Good stuff. And you guys feel like, having played at Aurora, I think, Dylan, you probably were already playing with Guelph when you joined Aurora, if I'm not mistaken, or?
Yes. Yeah.
How about yourself, Adam? How did Aurora help you get to where you are?
I think my youth coaches definitely helped me. Thomas Seidel, even Don was one of the big motivators in my life of keeping me as good as I could be. Aurora just helped me get to that next step, putting us through lots of competitions. They brought lots of competition for our own team and made me a better player for sure. And
Dylan, you're in a little bit of a different scenario, but why did you choose Aurora?
I chose Aurora because it was a great team. I looked down at the roster when I first got there. I think I was 16, so
wow.
Yeah, a little nervous, but I look at all the players and it was something great just to, even for experience alone, because most of those players that were on our team the first year have gone on to, have pretty successful careers. Mm-hmm. Simon was there. Myself, Maury was there, which is a big one.
Perlini,
Zach,
I think Perlini was there as well. He played a little bit in Italy.
Yep, Perlini, Zach Mahardy was there.
Yeah.
So
mm-hmm.
It was just great to, it ups your level of play when you're surrounded by players who are better than you or as better or like even as good as you are. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it really helped me further myself because, you know, you notice going from a small town, you might be the best there, but coming to Aurora, it's like, wow, I really got to push myself. And I think that's one of the reasons why I chose Aurora.
Good stuff. Okay. Well, thanks for answering those questions. We'll open up the floor to any questions from the audience. So feel free to submit your question in the chat, and we'll get Adam and Dylan to answer the questions.
Sure.
Wonder if Maury has any questions.
I'm sure Maury will have a question. It just takes him long to type his question out.
Yeah.
He's the one finger typer.
Yeah, he's the one finger typer.
Okay, here we go. What coach in your life has been the biggest influence in your career?
I think one coach for me has been, I think I have two, both Derek O'Keefe and Jimmy Brennan have both been huge influences on me. Getting a guy like Jimmy, for instance, he's done it all.
Yeah.
Getting to play under him is truly amazing because he gives you so much, you know, kind of advice, life advice and playing advice on how, you know, to better yourself. And same with Derek, you know, he's a great coach, gave me a lot of tips and pointers on how to, you know, be a better soccer player and a better person as well.
That's good. It's good that you touched on not only you know, qualities on the field, but also off the field, because at the end of the day, we're all people, and it's important to be, you know, a good person at the end of the day, which is what you are.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that.
No problem. How about yourself, Adam?
Yeah, I'd say I have two as well. Probably Jimmy, because he was the first guy to really give me a shot, you know, as a 16-year-old. My first actually appearance in League One, I was just sitting on the bench because the backup goalie got injured, and the first string goalie was fasting for his religion. And then at halftime, he wasn't feeling very good, so I went in, played Sigma, and then that's how I started. And then the other one's obviously Don, my goalkeeper coach, for as far as I can remember, 5-6 years, and he's been really one of my big motivators in becoming an OUA athlete.
Good. So, question we have: what brand, Adam? This is to you because Dylan doesn't wear gloves. What brand gloves do you use?
I don't have any in my room. The Aviata gloves that Don sells.
Okay. So.
Yeah. Those are the best. $80. It'll last you 2-3 months, and you can get a good deal from him.
Good. And what do you like about them?
Well, some technical terms is they're negative cuts. They're thin on the palm, but roll fingers. So it's not like a brick of a finger. It rolls around, and they're light. They have finger savers if you prefer. You can take them out if you need to. Yeah, and they come in lots of colors to go through jerseys. You're welcome.
Next question. What are your goals in your life after university? Can you see yourself playing after you graduate?
Yeah, my goal, you know, after is to get to the CPL. That's my goal, first and foremost. You know, I'm working hard every day, playing, practicing, working out. I one day want to get to that position. I think I can with the right work ethic.
Mm-hmm. I think with the draft in place now, you can definitely get there, Dylan. I believe.
Thanks, Adam.
Welcome. After, you know, I'm gonna finish university. We'll see what I not really sure yet. Just enjoying it while it lasts.
Good. What has been what was a memory of your best times playing soccer?
Go ahead, Dylan.
Memory best time is a good one. Probably it's gonna sound like a bad one, but when we got our first win with Aurora, was definitely a great one because, you know, all the hard work we put in, because, you know, all of us were, you know, kind of, I guess, beaten up that, we're putting hard work in every session. We're just not getting the results. So once we got that first win under our belt, really, it's probably one of the best moments for myself.
Wait, was that game? Was it a cup game or no?
I think it was a cup game. I think it might have been Pro Stars, maybe.
Yeah.
I was on the bench. I'm pretty sure I was on the bench that game. I was at Shepherd's Bush. Was it at Shepherd's Bush?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah.
I remember that day. That was a very.
We lost 1-0 in the next round.
Yeah, it was a very emotional and mixed emotions, basically. Yeah. It's good. It was good times.
I think
great time.
One of my best memories was from when I was playing first year university. Our first away weekend was against U of T and Ryerson, so two big dogs in our division. We ended up losing 3-0 to both teams. A couple weeks later, it really motivated us, and we ended up beating U of T at home 2-1. That was our first big upset, really. Just what we talked about before is losing sucks, but you can take positives from it. And we did. We worked hard, and we ended up beating them the next game.
Next question. What is your favorite soccer drill?
My favorite soccer drill, I think, would have to be, I love the small-sided games. I think it's great. You get probably, depending how big your team size is, 3 or 4 teams together, and team who scores first stays on. So awesome. It's just, you get to build some big competition within the team, and just fun because you get to score more.
Yeah, any drill really that there's constant shooting. I like any shooting outside the box. I can usually save them, unless it's Dylan.
Good stuff. I think that's it. Okay, guys. Well, thank you very much for taking the time this evening and doing this. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks.
We'll get this. We've recorded the webinar, so we'll get it posted for those that weren't able to make it this evening. And for those that were able to make it this evening, thanks again for joining, and hopefully you're able to take something out of this.
Sweet. Thank you very much, Marco, again. I appreciate it.
Thanks everyone for showing up.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Take care.
Bye.
You too.
Bye-bye.